You'll never know what hit you. Won't see me closing in. I'm gonna make you suffer. This hell you put me in. I'm underneath your skin. The devil within. You'll never know what hit you.
Hello and welcome to season 2 of Ionized Bastards. I'm your GM, Michael. Let's not waste any time. Let's get our players in here. First and foremost, it's everyone's favorite droid who is still alive, 4044, played by Jerry.
I live for now. What's going on?
A good
Now 40
question
cents at all.
indeed.
Not have 40 cents at all. Great to be here, Michael.
Thanks, buddy. I'm very happy to have you here. Next up, it's your boy from Broaxium. It's Dan playing Zuso.
Yo, Misa excited, and I just realized Jerry's hat is awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I got this when I went to visit my family in Arkansas.
Love it.
Oh, fancy.
Wow.
Speaking of real fancy people, it's from Octo Radio. It is playing alien superstar Thalbor Sheems, Alden Diaz.
So when you introduced Jerry and you said a good question, I thought you were going to say for another time.
Another time.
Hello, I'm here. We made it through the race. Some of you probably thought we were going to die. But I just want you to know that when you have enough spite in your heart, you are unkillable.
Yes.
Well,
It's
speaking of being unkillable, it's a man with a lot of hubris from the Nerd Academy podcast, Jared playing Faven Martell.
I don't think I have that much hubris.
Eli, can you pull up several clips from Epic Confrontations right now, please? Thank you, sir.
God, please. The entire arc.
Put it to that music from like what is it like a
Benny Hill thing.
The man who steals
Hill?
heaven away from the Mandos.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, our biggest
Honestly,
fan indicting
That's a
me.
badass moniker.
That sounded, yeah. I thought Dan was about to quote American Prometheus at the beginning of Oppenheimer. Like,
steals
man stole fire. Or Prometheus gave fire to man.
God.
Prometheus gave fire to man, and Fabian Martel took heaven away from that guy who shot his friend a couple times.
Yeah,
Yeah, his name
Taylor is number one in
And
my
I forgot his name.
Controversially,
You guys don't seem to be that upset
thank
that he
you.
technically killed Lonnie, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Who is
I
that?
mean,
Lonnie was a piece of
it
shit,
was
and I did not mourn him.
I miss my friend.
Lonnie was a bigot. It was listen. I've been making my way through Dimension 20 Fantasy High Season 2, and there's a scene where this pirate tries to hate crime one of the Goblin player characters, and then they feel bad that they made this character kill himself by accident. And then the entire party's like, no, he was a bigot and a monster. He was gonna kill Riz. It's good that he's dead. So I don't know. I don't feel bad for Lonnie. I
He might have
can't
had it
lie.
coming.
But I mean, it just a round of applause for Scotty's performance. I
100%.
mean, when he was driving that
We're
pod
divorced.
racer, I couldn't stop laughing.
He was great.
The
minutes.
someone
Man
stop me Shmee with the biker scout pistol is not left my mind since.
Just using the drumstick as a control console was just, well, as a steering wheel was just top notch.
Very beautiful.
Already.
And don't forget, we could very well meet our next guest person tonight. We have no way of knowing. They could be lying in wait the same way Scotty was for the entire first episode.
I've been thinking that this entire time too.
You'll
I-
never know what hit you. I keep telling you this, and you don't listen.
I'm listening.
I
am
forgot that
listening.
there was a secret guest, another one. Like,
Who
This is
knows?
great.
Maybe there is. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe
I didn't get
you're
hit hard
lying
enough with
now.
Scotty like being the special guest.
Dan
So
needs
now
to be flabbergasted. Yeah,
Yeah,
we need a
I'm ready.
flabbergast Zuzo.
I'll flabbergast you at some point.
Okay. Oh,
So
Flabbergasted.
when last we left off,
Let's go.
the crew of the Ionized Bastard traveled to the planet Exarian to get in good with the Doxos Syndicate in order to secure a meeting with their leaders in hopes of acquiring a prisoner of theirs, one Orox Ryza, who seems to be right now the only person who probably knows where Salvage is. So, upon reuniting with Fabian's old employer, Loxybor, you guys aligned yourself with a pod racer named Lonnie Gibstra, who needed a crew for a pod race, chariot race sort of thing that was very hectic, very crazy. And while you guys did win the race, Lonnie was unfortunately killed when a Mandalorian bounty hunter seemed to come out of nowhere and attempt to assassinate 4D44 specifically. Now, he was not successful in this, and David Martell successfully defeated and removed this man's helmet, discovering that he was, in fact, a member of the Children of the Watch. So, whoopsie doodle.
Oops.
And as you guys were kind of ushered back inside, Loxy assured you that he would be your prisoner. So as we sort of reconvene here, scene kind of fades in on you guys being kind of ushered back into the garages here in the Vera Casino, where a few of the other racers who still survived are kind of getting their racers parked in. They're kind of a few enforcers from the Doxos Syndicate are dragging this unconscious Mandalorian in there. Loxy is sort of ushering you all in. So I guess the question is, do you want him on your ship? I can secure a cell here from the Doxos Syndicate that can hold him for the time being if you would prefer that. Will you get full access?
I think that the issue with putting him on our ship is that means we probably won't all be able to go to this meeting together, which I would prefer. We could probably make Zuzo babysit him, but do we really want to trap the little buddy inside of a ship with a Mandalorian? So he should probably be in this cell until we are ready to leave.
I agree. Put him in a cell.
All right.
Lisa agree. Unless Fabian wants to let me have his lightsaber.
I think that would make you a danger to yourself and everybody else on this planet. So I think we're just going to let the Doxos keep him locked up for now.
Fair strategy.
Lisa
Loxy,
agree.
make sure that he is entirely looted. I'm talking everything. The undersuit, the flak jacket. I want the little cape, the cowl, every blaster, everything. Put it in a canister until we get back from this meeting, which should be soon.
The meeting is tonight. You've got several hours until it. Here's what I got, right? There's a big banquet tonight between Clyde and these guys. I've got you all seats at the table.
Great. Wonderful.
And now you may also be able to get a private audience with them after if you would prefer to conduct business on the down low, or you can bring it all up in them in front of Clyde and Haylex if that's more your thing. I will be there as well. But you have time in the meantime if you wanted to go down to the cell with him and, talk to him.
I think we're probably better off having a private audience with these Dons. But Loxy, your presence there would be greatly appreciated. And like Fabian is like still visibly flustered and trying to come down off of the I'll kill you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The experience he just had.
Of course. Like I said, I will be at the banquet, and quite frankly, it would be considered an insult if you guys don't show up to the banquet too. So I would recommend doing that, and then maybe you get your private audience after. We'll figure it out.
We talked to this guy, Mr. Shiny, who tried to murder our friend. Let us not get over that so quickly just because we were victorious.
Absolutely.
And then
not.
we go to this party, and I do what I do. And for once, you can learn how to take a back seat, Fabian, and look imposing by the punch bowl or something.
I had every intention of letting you do your thing. So
All right, where's this? Where are the holding cells? Where can we talk to our mans here and pick up our new equipment?
Yeah, Misa want to make some bombad armor for 4D.
I would
the
very much
Mando's
like
armor.
armor, as I almost died just now.
That you did, and it will never happen again. Fabian promises.
Thank you.
that
Fabian.
will never happen again.
Yusa a boil.
40
and
reaches
as
out with both arms, grabs all 3 of the bastards, and brings them in for a giant bear hug that cracks
Aw.
backs but doesn't sever spines. So
Thanks, buddy.
So as you all pull out from this group hug, you all kind of have to force your way out of 4D's arms as he is
Squeeze.
very shaken up. And at this point, there's a little Chadra fan that runs up. Hi, I heard that you guys were looking for information about that bounty hunter. He points to Fabian. This guy requested a whole bunch of stuff. I've got all the information we got on file for this guy. He showed up on a group transport, so he came with a whole bunch of other people. His name is listed as Drock Wraith. What else did you want to know, sir?
When did he make Planetfall, and any other background information we may have on him?
About a week ago. Seems to be some sort of Mandalorian independent contractor who has done some light bounty hunting work for the Doxo Syndicate in the past.
So he works for the Doxos.
Not,
And he's
he
not-
doesn't work for us. He's a freelancer, but you know.
Okay. Is he with the guild?
No information on that. Can't really say for sure.
Well, if it's not sanctioned by the guild, we can absolutely use that against him while we interrogate him.
Well, can I, use a console? Maybe. What's your name? Sorry.
My name is Golly.
Golly. Can you connect me to one of your consoles so I can place a few calls and find out if this is guild sanctioned? I'm sure in the files that Pre-Poke and I used to have, we can figure out who would have been the guild contact for this sector.
Okay, yeah. Let me and he kind of guides you over to a little like side panel where there's a little hollow console that you can interact with.
All right. Start punching in here. Flower starts typing. Tries to pull up some like illicit databases, maybe
Mhm.
things that Pre-Poke and him would have had that maybe are backed up after everything that happened.
Yeah, let me see what I want to have you roll for this. Again, I'm getting used to switching back from the Fantasy Flight system to this system, so I'm trying to recall what all skills are even on each individual sheet. So bear with me.
No worries.
Let's go ahead and have you roll. Make an investigation check at advantage for me.
Investigation at advantage, so that's +7 for me. 20 advantage +7. That is 23.
Okay. So Drock Wraith appears to technically be registered with the guild, but he doesn't do a whole lot of jobs with the guild. So you get the sense that most likely he's done guild jobs in the past, but most of the jobs he does are not guild sanctioned.
Can I find out who the guild contact is for this sector?
The guild actually does not operate in Doxos territory. So,
Well, look at this. There is no guild presence in the Doxos Syndicate territory. And this is good information to have when you have a lightsaber up against somebody's throat and you have a lot of questions. That means he simply could not possibly be acting within any sort of rights that could cause trouble down the road. I love these scenarios. I love finding people where they shouldn't be, like that rat fuck Donric.
I don't think it's fair to call Donric a rat fuck. But
I think it is.
no. Let's interrogate this Mandalorian. We have a lot of questions that need answers.
Yes,
I
like
guess-
what size is that breastplate? I know Zuzo is really excited.
So you guys make your way to a turbo lift, head down a few levels, where you are escorted by a couple guards who have been assigned to you by Loxy's orders. That leads you down a few corridors where it does look like there are a significant amount of cells here that all have like almost like blast doors that have like closed around them, so you can't tell how occupied most of these are.
I was about to ask if it was like Clone Wars where it's all ray shields. I was about to ask to do some type of perception check to see if I could see.
No,
Aurochs.
there's nothing immediately visible to see in most of
Could I
these cells.
sense Aurochs? Would I be able to like through the force?
Let
Where
me-
he is.
Horsepower is pulled up, so I can tell you for sure. Because I don't know if you have any force stuff that doesn't require force points. Because I know you're tapped on those. Yeah, it sense force is a first level. I don't think you have anything that would let you sense it in that way. So
That's fine. I just figured I'd take a step.
yeah. It was worth a shot.
All right.
So
cool.
you all managed to go down a few of these hallways until you're eventually led to a cell where a guard swipes a key card and the blast door opens and there's a ray shield behind that he swipes the card again. The ray shield goes down. There are iron bars behind that. And so the guards look at you. You want all the way in, or is here good?
I'd like to speak to our friend face to face.
Very well. And he swipes the card one more time, pulls the iron bars open, and you see he is currently still unconscious, binders behind his back in a chair, just kind of slumped over, his hair kind of dangling downward. And the guards just sort of step off to the sides of the cell and let you guys do your thing.
What'd you say this guy's name was again?
Drock Wraith.
I walk by the chair and I kick it and I say, "Good morning, Drock."
He's looking around, trying to kind of get his bearings. Looks up at you. Like I said, kill me and be done with it.
Kill you? Kill you? Why ever would we do that? You seem like such a helpful person. And I just want to make it really clear. Those hollow vids with, the good cop and the bad cop, this is not like that. There is no good cop. And my friend here is an actual wizard, like a dark wizard, like you hear about. So this is going to be the quickest conversation you ever had. It's going to actually be amazing. It will shock you how mutually beneficial this is.
We still want you making big pain.
And
you're talking about mutual benefit after what you just did to me?
Well,
to you.
Last I checked, you were the hunter occupying without guild sanction, attacking people who work for the New Republic.
And we do know that this is, the Doxos territory, no guild. We have your entire record. We know everything about you, Mr. Wraith. Everything, at least on the surface. I mean, if there's anything else you'd like to share, we could do that before my friend here, gesturing at Zuzo, does something to you with whatever he's got in there.
Yeah. Misa do have Vibro Claw.
What do you want?
Who hired you?
I can take you to them on some conditions.
Conditions? You don't get to make you don't get to set the conditions. Well, I don't know where you got that into your head. We have you as a failed bounty hunter. We have you as a criminal of the New Republic. We have you as a guild lawbreaker. We have you as a Mandalorian oath breaker. We have you on so many angles, it would make your head spin.
I own up to the fact that I'm now an apostate, thanks to you.
You
The
started
New Republic has no jurisdiction here. And the guild, I'm allowed to do jobs that aren't sanctioned by them if I'm not doing them in the name of the guild.
I have a question. Why would we go for this opportunity for you to take us to them or anywhere when instead you could just give us their private frequencies, their channels, their contacts, and we can set up our own meet? Why you? Why? Give me one good reason on this side of the sun why we should travel anywhere with you.
Because I don't know their names, but I know where they are.
And why don't you just tell us?
Because, like you said, mutual benefit.
Well, let's hear what Captain Blood Money over here would like in exchange.
Condition 1. My armor is returned to me. Condition 2. I keep the Beskar they intended to pay me with.
The blood money.
Call it what you will.
Call it what we will. Call it what we will.
Call it
Night of
what
a
you will.
Thousand Tears, ring a bell, Mando.
Nightfall.
Listen. I am on the other side of some heinous shit I've been a part of. You know what I'm not doing? I'm not getting into bed with the Empire of my own free will to hunt my own people. You're over here taking the plunders of an act of genocide as payment from the people who wiped out the proud Mandalorian race. You can keep Nightfall out of your fucking mouth, Wraith. If you want this negotiation to go anywhere aside from your head rolling across this floor.
You of all people should understand that sometimes you have to slither in the darkest shadows to survive for the benefit of your people.
I lift him up with the Force.
You're like lifting the whole chair up
Yeah.
that he's still bound behind.
One of us had a choice. One of us watched the man we were in love with get slaughtered by some feckless fucking bounty hunter and be abducted and forced to hunt our own people. You wanted to make a quick buck. You don't get to make that
to be
comparison.
stronger.
Okay.
And
My
we'll put
people
this right to you.
were made
All right.
stronger by the
So
night of
we're-
1,000 tears. My people were
Oh,
forged in the
okay.
fires of Mandalore, and
All
now I
right.
can never return to them thanks to you.
This is very quickly become a lot. Thought starts to insert himself a little bit, puts his hands on Fabian's shoulders. Just put him in reverse. Just you had him here, just back here. Just back
My
here.
armor, the
Oh,
Beskar,
Hold on.
and
we,
my freedom, and I give them to you.
we didn't well, okay, just put him down for a second. Keep
I drop him. Not like
Thank-
hard, but I set him down.
Thank you. Look, magic time's over, at least for now. Again, you've given me no good reason why we should believe that you can hold to your word, re-armoring you, giving you everything back, the payment, and don't think it slipped our notice. You would be traveling with your quarry, our friend. What? Do you think this is my first day? Any idea who you're dealing with here? I've dealt with people so much scarier than one grunt who didn't go to church and learn the right lessons. Do you have any idea? I've dealt with people that have taken over star systems. Okay? Princesses, governors, and here you are. Tied to a chair, being, oh, give me back my stuff, and then I'll do the right thing, even though I'm here because I don't do the right thing. It's actually astonishing. Even
This
if we
is
don't
nothing.
kill you, Why don't we just leave you down here to rot forever?
Because then you don't get what you want.
Well, why don't we just try to incentivize you a little bit? And Thalbor shoots him in the knee.
So strong for somebody without their armor.
This is nuts. And
Keep talking, Jedi. Keep talking.
You can start talking
no Jedi.
anytime. Anytime you want. We have a party tonight, but I'll stay.
My armor, the Beskar, and my freedom. I will
40
lead
My
them
crutch,
through-
my blood money, and to walk away with my tail between my legs.
40 steps through and actually grabs him by the neck and picks him up off the floor, brings him close to his smile painted face and says, "How did they find me?"
I don't know how they got the fob, but I think they were after you for a while.
For the record, you deserve this.
"Why won't you tell us where they are, friend?" And 40 starts to squeeze just a little bit.
Because I give them to you and I have nothing left. And I'm here to rot forever. We cut a deal. And I at least get to return that Beskar to my people before I'm exiled forever.
4D. Guys, everyone, Faven, Zuzo. Let's step outside with me for a moment. Guards, put his restraints back on.
Okie day.
40 sets him back down.
Guards close all 3 layers of doors for security to the cell as you guys step outside.
I am sorry. I lost my temper.
No.
So did I. I'm sorry. I'm trying to come down here.
No, Fabian, you could have done better. But 4D, you were perfect. 4D,
I'll be better tomorrow.
You stepping up gave me an idea, a good one, a really good one. And well, guards, one of you, warden, whoever, somebody, where's the canister with all of his stuff?
Got it up in the locker upstairs. You want one of us to get it?
Yeah, please bring it down. Post haste.
Fine. There's a Clatuanian guard who kind of starts making his way upstairs.
All right. When this canister gets down here, I'm about to create the perfect solution to all of our problems that involves giving him nothing that he wants and no violence, and best part, no driving backwards with a psychopath. We're getting back to business as usual here. Making money, building relationships. We do that too. And also making money. And also protecting 4D. And 4D can have some money. Is that canister here yet?
Yay!
So the guard, a few minutes later, makes his way back down. He's actually carrying like 2 like heavy briefcases, one with the armor, the other with the weapons.
Okay, great. Open me the weapons and effects one.
You see there's the tracking fob, an ionized blaster, 2 regular blasters. It looks like what's left of the jetpack, which
Okay,
is
move.
almost nothing.
Move, let me in there. The most valuable thing that he has is not the Beskar armor or the Beskar ignits. It's holds up the tracking fob. We can cash in on 4D's bounty. And to avoid any of our names being on it, we can either invite someone through my old contacts to the party tonight to take this and then simply put his hand on 4D's shoulder and claim it. Fabian, you could do it, or we could just look around the party for somebody. Fabian, I'm sure you've got old prize fighter names or something so we could avoid getting pinged. We bring the family out of hiding by saying, ta-da, Mandalorian failed, but another hunter stepped up to the plate. Here he is. Family out in the open. Drock Wraith, not even a part of the conclusion.
Question, both lore and in character.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, on the news was the Outer Rim was almost partially conquered by a psychotic Magna Guard, and then a group of like bumblefuck misfits stopped it.
Really not super well known. It was all kept very low key because Vuma was very isolated. And even then, the reason, like most people, if they even heard about an attack on Vuma, just heard a Star Destroyer attacked Vuma and probably assumed it's Imperial Remnant. Because the droid factory stuff was so isolated, it's basically just like people in the New Republic who either worked on the case or are in power kind of know what happened.
So, like, I guess my question would be criminal underworld / like people who are adjacent to the Imperial Remnant. Would they be aware of what went down?
Potentially, because Salvage was a known like pirate, so what he was after could have been made known, depending on who knows
And
what
the fact
exactly.
that he's dead, quote
Yeah.
unquote dead, that Salvage was killed along the
Yeah,
way.
and an Imperial Remnant, probably a chance some of them know what was going down because of the whole Caster Angel situation. But
Yeah. Okay. I think our best bet might be to tag in, as much as I'd love to go undercover again this season. If they know about what happened, they know the very specific lineup of Cyborg Gungan, Notorious Ithorian Lawyer, and Dark Jedi were involved.
Fair point.
So I think actually, who might be a good candidate here?
Nope.
The arms dealer security guard.
Oh, well,
Whose names
maybe.
are both escaping me.
Haylex Slifer.
Haylex Seifel, thank you. I think.
Are you suggesting that in character?
I'm now, yes. So all of that, but Star Wars it.
The problem with Haylex is that we haven't gone to the party and the meeting. We don't know how Haylex feels about Haylex, how Haylex feels about us, and at that point, it's
she held me in pretty high regard when we spoke. She saw my fight with Hawkscuff and thinks I'm cool because I fucked them up.
And I noticed you checking out her high regards, but
this is true.
I really just think that if we giving this tracking fob to somebody makes them, at least temporarily, a part of this team, and that needs to be taken into account.
Absolutely.
I could look through the list of people that I have not hired. I'm not saying that for legal reasons. People that I have encountered. And find someone that Pre-Poke and I have worked with 1,000 times. Someone really easy. Maybe Bastoon guy. He's out there. Maybe not him, actually.
I worked with him as an Inquisitor. Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Dengar or Rothgar Dang or whatever he's calling himself these days.
I don't mind Dengar.
Dengar, where was he on January 6th on Coruscant? No one knows. I certainly do not. We could talk about it, but I'm just saying I like the Slyful plan. I do, but
I can float it to her at the banquet. I can be like, "Hey,
no, not you. No, someone who can talk.
Can talk. She likes me.
You can be there. Just look handsome, hold an hors d'oeuvre. 40.
Does Fabian want to mate with that female?
It's possible. It's very possible.
Let's don't be worrying about that kind of stuff, 4D. I don't know if your old master ever had the talk with you, so we'll table that.
And speaking of, Zuzo's down for anything, right? Misa
ready for anything.
I don't gotta worry about this guy, but 4D, I gotta know: are you comfortable and as comfortable as you can be as a droid? I guess coming into close contact with these people. I mean, it could get nasty.
I have not seen my master's family since we left. If we are going to come into contact with them, it will be very dangerous. My master deleted most of their data from my memory, but I know he left for a reason. If we go, I know you will protect me, and I will protect you. But there is much danger ahead, friends.
How much longer can any of us live on the run? The three of us. Fabian, me, Pre-Pokes out there, on the run, Zuzo. I actually don't know much about your backstory, but just knowing everything I know about you, I know you're running from something. There's even debt collectors. You're running from something. Do we really want that for 4D?
No.
I want to avenge my master. My
Listen,
friend.
Right.
what happened, this is about you. So whatever you want, you're going to get it, friend.
Zuzo, you have any demons that you think are going to come back and bite us in the next few days?
Misa don't think so. Although I have worked with a lot of pirates.
That's very comforting to hear. Great. All right. Step 1, go to a party. Win the heart of a dangerous woman. Step 2, see if dangerous woman will become temporary member of this crew. Have her announce that she has this tracking fob and use that in their inherent technology to contact this family. And also survive negotiations with 2 notorious gangsters. While that happens, avoid dying, try to have fun, drink to your heart's content. Oh, and
Not
we
drink.
got to tell Drock Wraith to go fuck himself.
We can let 4D do the honors because I don't think I should go back in there.
All right, 4D, Zuzo, let's go. I don't want to miss this. We're going back into the cell.
So the guards swipe the key card 3 more times, open all the restraints. Drock is sitting there and sitting intently.
4D and Zuzo, would you like to give our answer to Drock here about what we want to do?
4D,
Yes.
I give you the honors.
40 grabs both of his shoulders, rips him off the tied chair, and holds him up in the air. And squeezes ever so tightly. What are we telling him again?
To go fuck himself.
No deal. No deal.
My friends-
Not happening.
My friends say no deal. And they said a lot of words that I am not programmed to say.
We did.
And what do you say, droid?
I say your luck's run out. He throws him against the wall.
And as he does, he gets up and he starts charging at 40. Even with his hands tied, he is charging to tackle him.
I
Star
think
Wars shoots at his other knee.
Are we in this room? Are we like in the cell with like cameras and stuff alone?
I mean, the doors to the cell are open, so there's still the 2 guards outside and Fabian outside.
Okay.
I was gonna say I hear the charge and the blaster fire, and I come storming in with like not lit but my lightsaber in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, Fabian. He's double kneecapped now. Got to be one of the saddest things I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of things.
Then why don't you finish it, lawyer?
40 puts his foot on top of the guy's head and says, "We can if you want, friend."
And then I detach my
Then
hand
do it,
and it crawls right
droid.
on his face.
Zuzo's doing a hand thing to his face.
Yeah, my hand just crawled like the thing, like all right onto his face, and is ready to deliver an electric charge.
You already took everything from me, and you intend to leave me here to rot. Least you can do is finish it off.
No, you get to stay like this. let it be a warning that you don't fuck with the ionized bastards and get away scot-free.
Hold up.
And we said taking your Besky.
That is true. Fabian, are you
That
sure about
belongs
this?
to my people.
Not anymore.
You betrayed
We'll be taking the
yours,
blood
did you
money
not?
off your hands.
Oh, we're gonna leave him? Are we really?
I'll
Yeah,
find
I
you.
think this is much worse for him than anything else we could do.
Just rot
If
in
you
this
don't
prison.
kill me now, I will find you.
See, now he's saying he's gonna find us. We're debating this as the villain is monologuing onto the side.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, he's like,
I mean,
as I
here's
find you, I'm going to destroy everything you hold dear.
Fabian ever so gently reaches out with the force and spins the chair the other direction, so he's just in the corner facing away from us.
And then
just feel like-
the hand that's resting on his face is just delivering an electric charge, so he can't speak.
Yeah, there's little taser shocks. Little...
Periodically, like every fifth word of his little monologue is
Just-
like a little.
I'm not saying that we kill in cold blood, but I guess I'm not saying it. Like, what did we? We let someone else go, and look what happened.
Fair. I don't think this guy's going to be much of a problem. I'm looking at somebody who is nothing without their fancy little suit of armor, who's never going to be able to get another one of those suits of armor because he's been cast out from his little fucking cult. And at this point, I'm just kind of spinning him around in a circle.
All right. Well, maybe we can, leave him in the cell, and we'll think about it at the party tonight. And maybe we offer him up to these guys or something. He'd be a good bargaining chip.
Lisa should send his helmet to his people. Let him know what has happened.
I am not opposed. We have more than enough of the best guard. They should at least be able to give this helmet to somebody that can, wear it with some dignity.
And how are you going to find who wants to kill your little droid friend, huh?
Oh,
How
then
will
we
you
don't have to worry
find them
about
without me?
You don't have to worry about that. You're not that special. Don't worry.
And hey, if you ever get out of here, you can hoof it onto the mines of Mandalore. You can die trying, at least.
Yeah. Good luck on your
Bury
poison
you
planet,
in
Playboy.
mines.
Goodbye. Good night.
Little Mando gonna cry.
For real. Well, that was fun. New plan, new energy, lots of loot, lots of stuff for Zuzo to work with. Zuzo and 4D are going to be so shiny by the end of the night.
I like being shiny.
Do you have a vibro knife? Do you have like a? any
I have
type
a
of,
I have a vibro claw.
Well, I was asking if we took anything from him, I could fashion into a upgraded version of my hidden blade that could now be lightsaber proof.
There is just a regular blade, but it's nothing.
Never mind. I wanted to get my European fencing on with the little thing. But that's okay.
So you guys make your way out of the cells. The guards bring you back up. Loxy's sort of waiting by the turbo lift as you guys come up. How did it go?
It went great. We're really excited to party, my friend.
You know who's trying to kill your droid friend?
We're working on it. We know who. We're working on a solution. But first things first. You gotta talk to gangsters, party with rich people, find who's trying to kill your friends. It's been a very busy week. One thing at a time.
True. Still got a couple hours for the banquet, though. Fabian, again, I'm sorry that all this happened. Is there anything I can do to help? Or
Make sure that rat bastard never sees the light of day again.
done deal.
But don't kill him.
I'll make him wish he was dead.
Good man.
So I guess see you at the banquet then?
Yeah. Is there a cantina around here? I need a fucking drink.
Let's go up to the casino. I need one too. So Loxy and Fabian, what about the rest of you guys? Are you going with Loxy and Fabian up to the casino or?
Yeah. I could stand to indulge.
I would like to play a game.
And he'd like to play a game.
Loxy just hands 40 like 1,000 credits. Go nuts, droid. You've earned it today.
Ooh, shiny.
And so,
Footy's about to win enough in this casino for the Bastards to retire and negate the rest of the story.
Yeah, he could count cards better than anyone.
So you guys head up a few more floors into the main floor of the casino, where there is a packed crowd right now, especially around the sabacc tables. Loxy kind of speaks up to you as you see this. The floor is like a vibrant blue. And there are several tables, some with hollow cards, some with physical cards. Loxy says there's a big sabacc tournament going on as well, because let's just say that Clyde Damale is a bit of a gambler.
Likes the high of games of chance.
Yep.
Good to know.
Points to one of the tables where Clyde is currently playing. You see Haylex there, full suit, standing behind him.
There's our girl, Haylex Slyful. Now, I am not lying to you guys when I say that the whispers that I've heard, she's efficient. We could say that.
What's the use of thinking?
Well, I think that it's time for 4D and maybe even you, Zuzo, to take a seat at that table and play her boss while I talk to her and Fabian tries to, I don't know, smolder or something.
Forcer is?
Whatever you kids say.
Go nuts, kid. You got this.
You should
You say
never
that to
force
Fabian?
Riz.
Yeah.
All right. 4D, take this money. Every last credit, as many buy-ins as it'll get, as much time as you can keep this man playing, and you take Zuzo, and you two become very, very rich and be a distraction, but also just become rich if possible. I believe in the two of you.
I will play the game.
Wisa could do that.
Let us get rich,
Okay.
Zuzo. Come on.
Let's go 4D.
And so you guys go over to
Ooh,
Clyde's
colors.
table, where he is now in a different leather jacket, still with no shirt. This one is more of like a trench coat, but still fur lined. You could tell he very much has a look that he goes for.
And
I respect it.
that.
And you do
The two
see
guys who watched way too much Angel as a kid.
Yeah,
Both going, yeah.
It's based, actually.
Yes. yes.
You're trying to make him sound gaudy, and it's not working. It's
No.
awesome.
No,
based on
no.
the credits you see on the table, it looks like he's definitely the winner thus far in this game.
Nice.
You see there's a couple other people at the table. There's a Weekway, there's a
Weak way.
Could we let one episode go without space racism, please? Please. I'm still licking my wounds about Owen's slavery. Can we?
There's a Weekway, and there's God, what is the species? Duros. Sorry. There's a Duros who are
This man
both
was
kind
about
of
to say
getting.
a Cad Bane. This
This one's name is Chad Bane, though.
Oh,
So
Chad Bane.
of the Duro Banes.
there are a couple seats open. 40 and Zuso both take their seats at the table with their measly 1,000 credits compared to the tens of thousands that are on the table at the moment. And the dealer, who's a human, looks over. He's like, "I'm sorry, sir. We don't allow droids at this table." And Clyde goes, No. They get to play. They were part of that fucking race earlier. This droid almost died.
I like that.
Thank you.
See, we're breaking,
And
we're breaking
Clyde just
boundaries.
throws
Here.
some credits across the table. He's like, "Play with these, Gungan." And so you guys get dealt into the next hand.
All right, he's got even okay. So
And I'm sitting there, and my detachable hand is just sitting on the table, just holding the cards while I'm sitting back like this.
So while
Incredible.
the game begins with the two of them, Thalbor, Fabian, what y'all doing?
Thalbor, I think, goes over to this nearest bar, and upon observing whatever, say it again,
Haylex?
Haylex. I keep combining her first and last name in my mind. I'm like, Haylex. Upon observing what Haylex might be drinking, whatever glass is nearest to her.
You don't see her drinking anything. She is keeping her enforcer position, just standing still. Doesn't appear to be a drink in sight near her.
Oh no! I was gonna send her a drink.
Hey.
She's not drinking anything.
Thalbor,
What?
let me try to talk to her.
What is this?
One warrior to another.
What does that mean? When have you ever been good at talking?
I'm great at talking.
You hit people. That's your thing.
I'm talking right now.
Yeah, but I'm carrying. I have this dialogue on my back constantly.
Let me initiate conversation, and once things get moving, then you can take over for business talking.
All right, I don't want to bombard her, so I'm going to go get a booth. You talk to her, bring her over to the booth. Okay.
You got it. I kind of give him like a predator handshake, like the
All right.
meme.
Cool. Haven't done this in years, and let me tell you, the men and women on Ethor, very different.
This
All
wingman situation is amazing.
Thalbor goes and maybe like snaps a couple of fingers, try to get in the nearest booth.
They get you a VIP booth in the corner, given the events of today.
Thank goodness. This is the happiest Thalbor has been in at least a year. Even pre the events of the show, this moment of being treated like a VIP is everything.
Thalbor's at home right now. Thalbor is home.
I love these people. The smell of regret and death sticks. This is my favorite thing.
So Faven, you approach Haylex, who sees you coming, just kind of nods, turns her eyes back to Clyde and the game at hand.
I kind of stand next to her. The Doxo Syndicate's taking very nice care of us after I kind of like gesture out to where the racetrack would have been.
Yeah, saw a bit of how that ended. That Mandalorian still alive, or did you cut his throat in the back?
He's still alive. He'd rather be dead. And after what he tried to do to our friend, I think leaving him to rot without his honor will be punishment enough.
Nice. What'd you do with his armor?
To be determined.
You selling it?
You looking to buy some Beskar?
Always.
I think there could be a few ingots left over for you.
15,000 for the full armor set.
Faven like chokes on his paper. How quickly she making an offer? I'll have to consult the rest of the bastards, but
Thalbor like no stealth whatsoever, leaning out of the booth. What is he cooking?
Did you see him like choking on a drink?
you just see your Faven go.
Does he know?
Well, like I said, I have to touch base with the rest of the bastards, but I don't know if we'll be able to give up the full set. I know after what happened, we're probably going to want to reinforce 4D a little bit, but I know here's what I can promise you, Haylex. I know I will not be taking any of the Beskar myself, so whatever my chunk would be, you will absolutely get free of charge.
Glad to hear it.
Absolutely. So, how's babysitting Clyde going with all of the debauchery around?
About how you would expect, but you know what? He appears to be winning, so it's got us through the last 10 years, so.
This much of the operation relying on Sabak tournaments, or?
No, it's just a recreational hobby for him.
That's good. That's good. You don't want to lose a legendary freighter or anything in a game like this. I would love for you to come grab some booth with myself and Thalbor. He's got one over in the VIP section. I think you'll have a good line of sight of Clyde, and things seem to be tame over here. So you want to come grab some seed? I'll grab you something to drink, non-alcoholic, obviously, because you're on the job.
In the background, you hear Zuso and 4D like arms up cheering.
Speaking of which, Zuso and 40, let's go ahead and have you guys make some checks to see how you're doing in this game. First, let's
God
make
damn it.
let's make an
Rich.
intelligence
Rich.
check for each of you. Just add whatever your intelligence modifier is to whatever you roll.
D20.
Yep, D20, add your intelligence modifier.
Okay, here we go. Okay, I rolled an 18, and my intelligence modifier is that the +5 I have.
Yep, that's right.
So yeah,
Fuck yeah,
nice.
dude.
20,
40, what you got?
baby?
Trying to find the intelligence modifier because they're not on my printed sheet. I guess
Your
printed.
intelligence is a +1.
There it is. So that's great. 5.
Okay. Next, I need both of you to make insight checks.
Insight checks. Where's
So
that?
these what I'm having you roll is basically intelligence just to determine your like figuring out like how good you are at the game, you know, your head for numbers, that sort of thing. Insight to try and read other players, their bluffs and whatnot. And finally, after that, I'm going to have you roll deception to see if you're capable of bluffing.
All right, so I rolled a 23 on my
Mhm.
check, and then now roll again.
Yep. Roll again. Add your insight modifier. Should be under your wisdom. And so 40, that'll be a -2 for you.
Oh god, I have a -1. We are not wisdom. We are not wise over here. Here we go. Hold on, fell off. 19. So I got an 18.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Damn it, 14.
And finally, I need deception checks from each of you.
Okay, let's roll again. I got a. Is it a 9? Oh, that's a 9.
What does that have a modifier?
I'm really
not for you.
glad Zuzo knows how to play Sabak. That he understands the rules of
Yeah.
Sabak.
Well, Zuzo, regardless of what you think, he actually possesses some intelligence.
Oh no, I'm not saying he doesn't. I just
But yeah, it's a +0
subsequent
modifier for you,
rolls.
40.
Oh, okay, great.
Zuzo to me comes off as the type that like has a deck of Uno cards, but has a lot of custom house rules.
Just make them
For
up
that-
as they go along.
For that last one, I got 18.
Okay.
Nice. All right, 40. The last one got you.
I mean, it's easy for 40 to bluff. He doesn't have a fucking face.
Right.
So yeah, 40, you start off the game a little rough. You're losing a few hands. And eventually you just start betting big. You don't really know if the hands you're betting on are really that good or not, but enough people fold to where you're kind of at about even right now. And Zuso, you are just killing it right now. You know, you've had a few unsuccessful bluffs go through, but you've about doubled your starting stack as you clean house with these other two. Clyde surprisingly is like a really aggressive player, and so it's kind of hard to kind of corner him. But so far, he's kind of living up to the mad genius vibe you've been kind of told about him.
All right.
And so Haylex calls up over a couple more guards just to watch Clyde while she follows Fabian and Thawbor over to a private booth. But meanwhile, Clyde is enjoying playing cards with 40 and Zuso, and he says, "So, Droid, you find out who's trying to kill you? That was pretty nasty, huh?"
Yes, it is my master's parents. That who is trying
Glad you're
trying
just
to kill
saying
me.
that. Okay.
That's a real fucking bummer. Who are they, huh?
It is. They were Imperials.
That's rough.
Fabian senses a disturbance in the force.
Misa no like those imperial periods.
And
I
he's
don't
like,
remember much about them.
"You got a name at least?" And 40, I can't just tell you their names if you want. You would remember that.
I would. Oh, I forgot we made the names. Okay, there we go. Sure. What are their names?
So the parents of your former friend are Ira Stratz and Eileen Stratz.
Ira Stratz and Eileen Stratz. Okay, all right. And is anyone going to stop me? Because I feel like Childlike 4D is just going to offer this information up to a friendly person.
The only other
Dude,
person
you
who's
got
like present to
Zuzo.
hear this is Zuso. So unless Zuso tries to stop you,
Well, Misa don't thinks that's the greatest information you should be sharing.
all right, fair
Ah,
enough.
that is very true.
You gotta do what you do in this galaxy, and sometimes when people are trying to kill you. You want to keep that close to the chest.
They came very close to my chest.
Oh, I
head.
fucking saw.
Misa did.
Michael
4D.
for Captain Boomerang.
4D.
Yes,
He's a good
Suzo.
card player. So Misa thinks he's more than just good at the cards. So let's be careful.
All right. So
40 just does his fingers to his painted or to his visual receptors and then points those two fingers back at the table.
So, meanwhile, Thawbor, you watch as Fabian and Haylex make their way over to the booth. She sits down. Are you selling your share of the Vescar to Thorian?
Haylex, so good to see you. I'm really sorry that Fabian was over there, attempting to be cool. It's the whole thing. We actually
Am I over there yet? I'm
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You walked over with her.
You're
I
both
was gonna
here.
say.
We had business definitely in mind. It might be a little bit unconventional. Not as simple as just an armor sale, although I am always willing to talk. How available would you say you are for a big score? And I mean big score.
Depends on the circumstances and when. Obviously, we're right in the middle of this sale of the company right now, but
Yes. Now, here's what I'm illustrating, though. I'm talking one of the biggest scores of your life. The people funding it, the people that would be paying us, you, are so unbelievably wealthy that they were able to buy off.
you're spinning your wheels. Get to the
They
point.
were able to buy off a member of the Children of the Watch.
Fabian like visibly is like, damn.
Enough money to get someone to break the oath of a cult. And all of that money,
Thawbor.
the work is already done.
Thawbor.
What?
The point.
We need you to take this tracking fob and be our person to cash in on a score. Work is done.
Who am I cashing it in for?
4D.
rather.
Oh, to whom?
That droid over there with the smiley face by your boss.
Mm-hmm.
People that are extremely powerful and extremely
Who are
wealthy.
they?
We believe what I reasonably know about 4D's people.
You would just know that they're 4D's people. He hasn't
Or-
disclosed names or any of that to you.
But he's never told us the Imperials part.
No, he said that he's told us that his.
We know.
Yeah, he
friend-
said that they
yeah.
worked to
Yeah.
some capacity with the Imperials, but you don't know much more details beyond that.
But to put it all together, extremely wealthy, still active Imperials. An Imperial family with enough money to bankroll Mandalorians. And the work is already done.
And I'm sure they have more Beskar.
If you tell me who they are, sure.
I think
Well,
40's got names.
Yeah, once this game is over, let's go find out. And you know what? To sweeten the deal, you can take first pick of whatever property these Imperials have. I don't care if it's a whole moon.
All right, let's go. And she just immediately gets up, walks back over to the table.
And just remember, for visual sake, we haven't fixed 4D's
No, yeah,
painted
40's
face.
still, like,
So like
sparking.
half of it's like steamed off, so it looks very, very
It
intimidating.
looks a little sad. Like
yeah,
the
it's just
smiley
like
is
half
turned
of
a
it's
little
melted
frowny.
off. He's almost like Two-Face.
As they're walking over, Thobor kind of elbows Fabian and is like, "See how easy that was?
See how easy that was?
But did you see how easy it was? I did it. Did you see how easy it was?"
Haylex-
we work together. We're good friends.
Haylex just walks up to 40 and like
I love
knocks on the
David
back
and
of his
Thor.
head. Droid, who's trying to kill you?
Oh, my master's parents.
I need
Names again, Michael. I'm sorry.
Ira and Eileen Stratz.
Ira and Eileen Stratz. They were fairly
And
high in
as you
Imperial
say the
command.
names, Haylex and Clyde both make eye contact, and Clyde goes, oh, "Fuck me! They tried to do shit again."
Hold
What do you
on.
mean again?
Are we all on the same page already?
Well, this is the first time that they've tried to hire a bounty hunter, apparently, but they've been causing some shit for us lately. They work for Damale Armaments.
You hired ex-Imperials to work at your munitions company? Weapons manufacturing?
Well, look, they want full Imperial. Hey,
I mean,
Lex, can you just take care of this
They used to
situation?
make great armaments.
I'm not going to judge. I've worked with my fair share of X ones. It just seems like, not maybe the best business partners. They're trying to hunt their child's giant teddy bear, for Christ's sake.
Come with me back to the booth. She walks back to the VIP booth.
You guys keep winning.
40 and Zuso, do you guys stay at the table here with Clyde and the Sabak game?
I mean, 4D, I am enjoying our time here. How about you?
I'm trying to think here. Like, was there any reason we would need to go back there with them or something? Or
It depends on if you remember anything else, I guess.
Or if you just want to be privy to the conversation at hand.
Wisa thinks we should go with them.
I want to go.
All right,
was
well,
good
cash
plan.
out.
with you,
Goodbye,
droid.
card friends.
So like
Lock 'em up,
literally
droid.
we get up and like my detachable hand is like carrying coins between its fingers as it's walking
Yeah.
behind us.
Yeah,
40
Michael,
looks
what's
Was
at-
it hitting across the casino floor?
with its winnings
says-
just dropping coins.
how much did
Yeah,
our boys win?
40.
Zuso, you walk away with an additional like 3,500 credits. 40, you break even.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
40 says, points to the table, says, "Can I take some of these credits? These chips?"
Clyde just throws you like 10,000. Sure.
Yay!
Misa thinks that's a bit suspicious.
Oh, so much money.
I like that, you droid. Remember, if you don't kill them, they'll kill you.
I like you. That is very, very scary.
So are you, droid. That's why I like you. And so Haylex sits down at the booth. The rest of the bastards kind of gather there. Zuso with his just hand carrying his credits. He didn't even grab like a rack for him or anything. Just like sorting them out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
We need to tip very well on our way out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Thobor orders drinks for the table. Grabs
They're all
the
comped.
credit shit. Oh, they're all comped. Woo!
These drinks were comped.
Yeah.
They will be.
They haven't been yet, but they will be.
So Haylex sits down. So the Strats work with our distribution department.
Okay.
We know that they, at one point, were funding Imperials. They've made a career as entrepreneurs over time and were big supporters of the Empire and all of their interests and often had financial stake in it. They funded a large majority of ISB operations over the years, funneled millions of credits into that group.
Great. Awesome.
So they had influence within the Empire, but once the Empire fell, a lot of their income was kind of cut short. So they started working with us. We've had an investigation.
To the Caster Angel?
Not as far as I'm aware, but a few months ago, we opened up an investigation into them because we noticed some of our ledgers weren't adding up. We think they might have been shipping off some of our weapons to some of their old friends.
Imperial warlords sticking together. That sounds about right.
Well, and now that they've tried to, kill someone and potentially jeopardizing this whole deal, I'm gonna fucking kill them.
So we would be heading for the same target anyway. Which means our fob actually brings them out into broad daylight for you.
Well, they're also here at this casino in one of our company rooms, so
Sorry.
I can just take you there.
VIP status.
They're here
Did
right
you
now.
say they're here?
Yeah.
And so are you saying that I came up with this great plan and I am already at the place where I would have to be?
Thobor, are you sure you can't use the Force?
I don't know. Things don't usually work out this well. It's almost like we're on a podcast or something for people to watch. This is really weird.
Okay, take the eye stalks. Stop pointing them at the camera.
just-
Deadpooling.
I'm amazed at this. I thought we were going to travel over planets and they called Donric's useless ass to give us information. So many steps. So now my question is this: are we permitted by your bosses to just go take care of this?
I deal with micromanagement. Let's micromanage.
Okay, but we have a meeting
hot.
scheduled for after
She's
this
so
party.
hot. That one Fabian is like visibly smitten at. Like he's like, this is like Fabian's like bad bitch. Yeah.
But wait, we were trying to get a meeting after this. This is not going to affect that.
No, they don't work for the Doxo Syndicate. They work for me.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, we're going to just, I guess, suit up and you want to meet in an hour?
I was going to suggest going now, but sure.
I just, my friend here, his smile is a little droopy and he's a little burnt. Perhaps an oil bath for the lad and a new paint job.
Well, I don't know what you think Ira and Eileen are capable of, but they're not exactly like fighters.
Would they have any fighters?
None that would go after me.
Oh, well, for D, I'll let you decide. You want to go now?
I would very much like to confront them.
Okay.
Do you want to go in guns blazing? Do you want to do the honors of killing them, or do you want to bother talking to them?
I do like talking. I could always give a knock, and then if I snap my fingers, you run in.
Misa thinks we needs to question them.
Yeah.
I like questioning, and then after that, we'll figure it out.
4D and Fabian, just keep an eye on our son. You watch him outside in the hallway. Haylex, you take me and Zuzo into the room under the pretense of business, and then we, apply some pressure. Might as well see if they have any information.
Misa thinks aggressive negotiations.
I was just going to kick the door down.
Was to save a life.
I want to be in the room.
Yeah, I just think, they were trying to stab you in the back. Oh, you're going to come in the room. Don't worry. We just, you saying that they were, shaving a little off the top for Imperials. I think it's probably best that we at least get some information.
4D, use our PALP card.
Calling him a trump card. Is that the joke? Okay, I wanted to make sure. That punchline wasn't.
Got there very slowly. Okay, so let's go.
Okay. Haylex leads you all across the casino floor to a turbo lift. Takes you up a few levels. Starts down the hallway. Gets as you start to approach the room. So how are we handling this? Loud, quiet?
We start quiet and we get loud. Don't you think it's a little bit desperate and weird for them to hire such a heavy gun for a place that they are at? These are desperate people. Something's got them spooked.
I have an ability called invisibility to cameras.
Okay. Let me
man's
And
got a cloak.
I can cloak us up to 4 people from any camera.
So you can do that. However, you're not like trying to hide from the Doxo Syndicate.
Well,
'Cause
I just
they're-
figured if there's anybody like that are like since there's some really high up people, I'm just wondering if they have security that are
Okay, yeah. If you want to
watching in on them,
measure.
maybe we can maybe cloak ourselves from this, pretty serious situation we're about to walk into. That's all I
Okay, yeah. You spend 3 of your tech points and you cast that. So as Zuso, you just pull up a little holographic display on one of your hands. You just get a handle on some security feeds and you just cut all of them and you're just like, we're good. And so Haylex leads you to the door. Which of you are making yourselves immediately visible if someone were to open this door?
Well, how
Haylex,
about-
obviously.
Haylex and Thalbor be visible. Everyone else invisible.
Okay. So everyone else is sort
So
of
we're all like hiding
hiding
just
along
outside
the
the
wall.
doorway.
Yeah.
Haylex just like delivers 2 hard knocks. Ira, a word. You hear some shuffling from inside. You see an older looking man, looks to be about in his 60s, opens the door. And what do you want, Haylex?
Sean Connery?
A word.
And she
Maybe
brought her
image.
legal counsel just to observe and ask any pertinent questions.
Well, I'm quite busy at this. And Haylex just pulls a blaster and just puts it right to his stomach and says, a word, Strats. Starts
I-
pushing
They've
him
been
back into the
whispering.
door.
Because the door's open, looks over at 40 and Zuzo and goes, "What a woman."
I'd listen to her, Ira. She seems really serious, Ira.
Ira starts backing up. You see his wife, a similar kind of elderly woman with kind of wispy white hair, looking a little shocked at the blaster. Both of you sit on the edge of the bed.
Christ.
Comply. Haylex brings Thalbor in. Who's talking?
I'll go first. Let's skip a lot of the bullshit and formalities and all that. You two are objectively bad people, and I can say that because I am also objectively a bad person. However, I have never done anything nearly as stupid as hiring one of those culty Mandalorians to attack people in broad daylight. And don't try to deny it. We have him locked up downstairs, and he already led us directly to you. Miss Slifer is ready for blood. Tell us everything about this job and why. I want to hear you tell me why the Mandalorian attacking those wonderful champion racers.
We didn't know he would do that. We just wanted him to kill that thing.
What thing exactly?
The droid.
But why the droid? Seemed like a normal, just assassin droid to me.
That droid is the reason our son is dead.
What makes you say that?
That droid led him down a path of frivolity and rebellion.
That droid, from everything I've experienced with him, is extremely childlike. What makes you think that it's even capable of such acts? I mean, we all know what's legal and what's not in terms of droid sentience and the droid levels. Like, I've read these manuals. Like, you're going to need.
And
to
you
be...
agree that that droid is an object, one that we purchased for our boy, one that we intended to keep our boy safe, to be a friend to him, not to be some warrior alongside him, not to lead him on some damn idealistic crusade, not to leave him to die on some backwater world.
I think
40 breaks into the room, points his finger at them, and says, "You are the reason your son is dead."
And there he is. Well,
Maven follows him in.
that thing is,
and so does Zuso. Zuso has,
here.
we're all in there now.
With our friends. I was going to maybe get some more information out of it, but I can't say I blame him. I can't say I blame him after you tried to have him killed. So why don't you try to tell him, remembering that everybody in here could kill you? Very simply.
You killed
Droid,
him with
we-
your greed and your evil ways.
You were just meant to be a friend. Make sure he does his homework. Go to bed on time.
I was a friend. I am a friend.
Then why is he
You are the
letting you
opposite.
alive?
What's the use of think a boyo would do?
Listen to his parents. Something I thought this droid wouldn't put into his mind, and yet
What makes you think it's his job to parent your kid? You irresponsible, pompous ivory tower.
don't you presume to know our business.
You Chandrillan pieces of shit. Always going on and on and on. And before you get into how did you know I was your dad? I can tell. All right. I know the old book, conservative background kiddos when I see them. Believe me. I am flabbergasted that you could look at my friend here and say, there's the person who's supposed to take care of ours. You know, there are a lot of people that don't have their parents around anymore, and they still make it. They still find a way. Your son had you guys and the droid and was still operating at a deficit. That is on you.
Mommy and Daddy Dearest were too busy committing war crimes and enabling genocides to
Well,
actually raise their kid.
let's not point, fingers. No, we've both done a lot of bad things. But
Sure we have.
Don't
Not
you
doing them
presume
anymore.
to know our lives? We were trying to help fund an organization that would restore order to the galaxy while you went off around gallivanting, creating chaos, droid.
well, need I remind you not to raise your voice because we do have you at blaster point like 4 times over. And also, this is not the only issue at hand here. Haylex knows about the money you've been shaving.
Weapons.
We know about the losses.
Well, that's none of your concern, Ithorian.
None of my concern. We might be your only way out of here alive. Because Haylex is
No,
ready
there is
to
no
kill
way
you.
out of here alive. Haylex just says,
Haylex, there's a lot of money to be made if you turn them into the New Republic. We could do it for you.
I am not turning them into the New Republic.
But what does their death get you?
Well, we can't turn them into the New Republic because they know too much about Damale armaments.
Yeah. Well,
So they've sort of dug their own grave. Now I've just got to push them in it whenever you're done.
well, look
Or
at
let
that.
your droid do it. It's up to you.
You're going to die either way. So why don't you at least try to be useful before you die? Tell us any information that we might want to know. Do you have any other hunters out there? Anybody else that's going to try to come for our boy?
We just hired the Mandalorian as soon as we found out the droid was here.
Surely your money could do better.
Is there a way that we can find out that that's true? Fabian? Anything?
Haylex looks over. I can take a look at their accounts later tonight. see what I
Maybe
can find.
we should think in some force powers. A little shove in the mind, if you will.
Can I try that?
You're a little tapped on force points. So
I
unless any of
know.
your force
true.
stuff is.
I know.
Well-
That's why I didn't suggest it.
Yeah.
I was going to see if anybody else was going to see if you wanted me to try it.
I'm just trying to see what they're doing.
40 got overzealous.
Well, I just want you to know before you die, because you're going to. Entirely avoidable, by the way. Your choices brought you here. I want you to know that I helped bring up a kid who works for me, who lost his parents. And we don't need to talk about that right now because, quite frankly, I don't want to get into it. The details are details. But even with everything that he lost, he was a better person than both of you the entire time that I knew him. Better person than me by far. So people can come from nothing and still be great. Droids and friends aren't what sets them down the path of bad choices. It's instincts like yours. So I want you to know, before you die, that your son would be ashamed of you. I'm not here to bring comfort. This is not one of those stories.
40 kind of takes a step towards them after Thabor says this, and he bends down because he's very tall. So he bends down, crouches down, so he's perfectly eye level with them. And he says, even though my master came from your poison tree, he knew how to be better. He was better. Thabor, my friend, is right. He hated you with everything in his being, but he still grew away from you.
I hate you, droid.
Misa thinking you made big boob Jack.
4D, I think it's up to you. You or Slifer.
Do with them what you will.
Haylex just nods. All right. Pulls both her blasters. Boom. 2 headshots. Puts them back. Walks out the room.
Ouch.
Well, that's one problem solved.
Actually, as she walks out, you see there's a little Camtono with all of the Beskar that was intended to be paid to Drock Wraith. She just scoops that right up and walks out.
Oh, well, there goes her share. If it's all the same to you guys, I'm going to loot them because money is tight.
Not going to stop you.
Thabor
Let me help you.
in the suit jackets and the purse and the.
Okay.
We should check if they have any data cards.
I was going to say, can I try to like rife through their data pad and see if there's any names
consoles?
I
Is there
recognize?
anything? Yeah.
Sure. There's a data pad that you can sort of sort through. Whoever is going to do it will need to make a technology check to see if they can get through it, the encryption.
Well,
Zuso, go ahead and make a technology check for me.
Is that a 20?
Yep.
Die.
no one better than our boy.
Gungan in the chair. There you go.
Dan, you're muted.
I didn't want to hear crunching when I was eating. I rolled a 20, and that's plus 11 tech.
Okay. So yeah,
We were due one for this episode. It hasn't happened
I
yet.
do terrible rolls last episode.
you look at this encryption, you're like, cute. And within like 10 seconds, you're in. And you do see a record of their accounts. It looks like they haven't tried to hire any more mercenaries. So it looks like Drock Wraith was the only bounty hunter that was after 4D. You do see it looks like a few like buried in some folders. There are some lists of some ex-Imperials on the contact list.
Can I do some type of insight check to see if I recognize any names?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, can I join on that? Considering who I used to represent.
Yeah, right.
I'll let Alden say what he rolled first.
All right, hold on there, pal. I gotta set up my little
I don't know if
digital
David's
roller.
proud of his roll.
Reset modifier +8.
Yeah, do I have a modifier for that?
The dice are with me today.
I got a 9.
Okay.
I rolled a dirty 7.
Ouch.
Okay. There's a lot of names. There's like 2 big names that you guys recognize, and that's about it. The biggest names on the list are Pelion and Gideon.
Ooh, shit.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure these guys will never be a problem.
Yeah. Hey, don't chastise me for breaking the fourth wall, buddy. Subscribe to Disney Plus for more.
But you guys, as far as
But
you
I love
know,
the
you're
idea
like,
of the
this list is
bastards."
probably outdated. Gideon's
Yeah.
dead.
I love the idea of the bastards being like, Moff Gideon.
Who's that?
I'm pretty sure that guy died. Whatever.
Nah, he's super dead. He used to wear capes. Fucking loser.
If we're done in here, I would like to go back into the dungeon by myself with a little hollow projector.
I also before you walk away, I do want
The recording of both of them getting aced right in the dome.
just a picture of the bodies.
I
just
do
wanna rub
think
it in his face.
that we should, real quick before you go, group vibe check on 4D. Hey, buddy, you all right?
My master is at peace now, and I am at peace. They were awful to him. I was truly his only friend and his only family. I am not sorry that they are dead.
Yusa better off.
Sometimes, even though there is, I don't know, a niceness to high roading people, the galaxy's better off without some people. I firmly believe that. And for what it's worth, you might have been his only friend and family, but he was not your only friend and family. You have Zuzo and me.
And me.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. Fabian too.
And Fabian?
Yeah, and
of
Fabian.
course, and Fabian, buddy.
And the ship computers on the Bastard and Loxy. You're getting more friends. all
Oh,
the
they know
time.
lots of great jokes.
I
Hey.
have no doubt.
Your friend would have been proud of you.
Thank you,
Hey,
friend.
guys, can I just say before we go down there and make that guy's life worse? Doesn't it feel nice to accomplish a problem like quickly? I almost feel, I don't know, suspicious about how easy this day was.
This would be good. Too good to be true.
I feel
maybe.
much better.
Stay on your guards because we still have to meet gangsters like very soon.
I think we'll be all right. I think this. You know what? Everything's coming up, bastards.
Well, everybody watching, you heard him say it. I guess we're fucked now.
Just forget the tagline of the season. Just forget the intro theme song.
We're taking control of the story. Everything
will
coming
bomb
up.
We're gonna Cody Rhodes this shit.
I want the next episode to have a different theme song. It's gonna be Mr. Blue Sky. Everything is going great.
It'll still fit with the color scheme.
Yeah. Instead of Baby Groot dancing, it's just 4D with like his fucking anti-tank rifle. Just
Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty, so y'all are going back down to the dungeons to talk to Drock Wraith again.
Somebody has to be edgy.
Muy bombad.
Just
I
us
just-
shooting milk cartons.
I just need to make sure this is on the record for him. So
So
up
you,
there, I don't know who all accompanied me.
yeah, are y'all going with Fabian to
I'll
talk?
watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the guards let you back in. Drock Wraith is sitting there. It looks like someone has come in to bandage his knees, which have been shot. And he looks back up at you.
I come in. I take off the helmet. See, that's a thing I can do
Cute.
whenever I like. I set it down on the floor. Go into my jacket pocket. Click the button. Hologram comes alive of the Strats dead in their room. This is the way. And I walk out.
Thalbor watches Fabian walk out, looks at the door, looks at Drock, looks at the door, looks at Drock. He didn't really make this clear, but those are the people that hired you. You're really bad at this.
Plus
And
5.
then walks out.
As
Was that you're really bad at this at me or him?
All
And then the bars close, the ray shield comes on as the blast doors are starting to close. You just hear the vague threats in the distance as he is screaming as the doors shut on
Fabian and
him
Thobor
again.
are just giving him a jerk off motion as the doors close.
He doesn't realize that I use the sound of malicious threats to fall asleep.
I thought you were gonna say, Michael, that as the doors close, you hear a muffled "fuck."
Damn, that was cool.
Man, they really got me. That was good RP.
Really? So you guys make your way back
Fabian high
upstairs.
fives Thobor after the doors closed.
It is getting closer to the time of the banquet now, so if you want, we can go ahead and fast forward to that, or if there's anything y'all wanted to do beforehand, we
Can
can.
we sneak a short rest in before the banquet?
Sure, you can get in a short rest.
Thank you, baby Jesus.
Yeah, we go to our rooms. We go to the rooms that 4D and I were comped for our winnings.
Presidential suites.
Yeah.
Oh God, please.
You guys do have
because he likes me, right? So we would have like a.
well, you guys do have just rooms from the fighters' quarters from
That's
the
true,
race.
that's true.
Oh,
So
fuck that. No.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
are
got-
putting
we
us
got
in the
upgraded.
penthouse after
What
that
happened to
shit.
I like this droid?
Fabian is taking a hot shower.
Yeah. 4D is resting in a nice vat of oil.
yeah, you guys are led to some nicer facilities, courtesy of Loxy, to rest up a bit. You guys can spend some hit die to heal up if you want. We can do that real quick. So, okay. In that case, after you guys get a nice hot shower, clean some of the blood and carbon scoring off you, you guys.
Fabian's just
head
in the
down.
shower. Da 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 da.
Loxy is wearing something that is very garish, just a very over the top suit, very much in line with what Thobor would
Yeah,
wear
I was
on
like, Thobor
Dayu.
probably loves it.
Yeah.
Now that
They're
guy,
discussing where
that
they
guy knows how to
shop.
And he's got his arms wrapped around Fabian, and he's like, see, told you this would all work out. Now, again, I would urge you to be respectful with these people. Probably best not to speak until spoken to by these guys, because you never want to come off as offensive, and they are still trying to conduct business for a major thing, and compared to what they're trying to do, what you're trying to do is kind of small potatoes.
Thobor
Heard.
whispers to Kimmy, make sure you're recording everything you hear. Everything. I'll open my jacket from time to time for glimpses of video. Lots of potential avenues for success everywhere you look.
I really don't remember the theme song to this show.
So you guys make your way into this ornate banquet hall. There are a good number of seats at this long, elegant table with all sorts of exotic meats from creatures you'd never even seen before. Servers all over the place with various wines and bourbons, all sorts of nice drinks. You guys are welcome to more or less anything you can ask for. These guys probably have. You do see near sort of the head of the table, there is the Mune wearing sort of a green cloak, very reminiscent of Banking Clan garb, while very much not being Banking Clan garb. This is Radel Taro. And you see a bald human who has sort of a thick beard growing, looks a little older and a little gruff. This is Marcelo Guster.
Bald. Bald. Bald.
And so
My
Loxy-
eyes.
Loxy sits beside Radel Taro.
Every single guard pulls a gun on us, and that's how the bastards died.
Loxy sits beside Radel Taro. You guys get sort of seats a little further down the table across from Clyde and Haylex. Haylex just sort of nods to you.
But that best guard
40 waves.
That woman just killed 2 people in a hotel room, and she's here acting like nothing happened. I just,
it's so fucking hot.
I love criminals.
So,
We're
what do you
dandy
guys
people.
get to drink? Do you guys want to request anything specific?
Can I have a space Long Island, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You get a
What do you want? One
scarif
of
on the
those-
rocks.
One of those drinks from like
Ooh.
whatever that Jack Black planet was.
Oh yeah, they've got
Oh.
some Plaisir 15
Plaza
brandy.
15. Yeah.
Yusa
Yeah.
has support of the storm.
Clyde immediately is like clapping. He's like, "Fuck yes!"
All right.
Since Clyde's basically in retirement, we need to have a really real conversation about recruiting this man full time.
I am more enamored with him with each passing moment. Is anybody can you bring me a pack of death sticks, please?
There's a waiter who just like presents like a very eloquent box to you, and as you go to take one, he's like, "No, the box."
Oh, thank you. It's a nasty habit. I tried to kick it, but on a successful day, I think he holds it up and like a hot like Twilight waitress brings the light down, just like puts the lighters in one of his side mouths. Oh,
We are living large right now.
I just want to say, because Taylor and I are watching the Clone Wars, we witnessed an Ithorian in the background of a bar drink out of a glass like this. So just adding on to that, the visual of an Ithorian with a cig.
There's a death stick in
Fantastic.
one, and then he drinks out the other.
Yeah,
this is the I might not ever leave, quite frankly. I just things seem great.
Mine tastes like grapes.
That's really good. I don't know how you're tasting.
I have so many questions, but I'm happy for you, buddy.
And so,
I have read about it.
Radel Taro kind of looks over to Clyde and he says, Clyde, I hope that you enjoyed the pod racing event today. Loved it. Loxy, you killed it. Tell me, how did you even come up with that shit? Because let me tell you, did you see that Wookiee snap that guy's neck midair?
Yeah, I wonder what happened to them.
And Loxy's like, well, it was nothing, As a matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up because I want to raise a toast to my friend Lonnie Gibbstra, who is no longer with us.
Michael, I think I read your mind. I was like, oh, we should toast Lonnie.
Because without his sacrifice, I don't think today would have been as much fun. And as he lifts a goblet in the air, you all see it a moment before it's too late.
Oh,
a
shit.
mechanism in the glass clicks, and a burst of gas hits Loxy right in the face, and he begins sputtering and coughing blood.
Holy dude.
Question: did it spray him like when a wrestler missed people, or did
Like
a
the-
gas grenade just go off?
Like
It's not like a
tooth-
gas grenade. It is wrestler miss straight to the face.
Personal. So just
Oh shit.
Blood begins
Fabian
dripping
screams in
from
terror
his
and jumps over
eyes.
to him.
Fabian, you with your guardian stuff, you are immune to poison and disease, so you're not worried about whatever this is. So you run over as Loxy is sputtering up blood, dying, and you look and you see that he grabbed the goblet that was set right in front of Radel Taro. And there is something on the underside of this goblet.
is he gone?
What is it?
You do feel Loxy's pulse. He's dead. And you see a message inscribed at the bottom of this goblet that looks to be some sort of poem that says, sorry, I got to pull up what it says. It says, my brothers, my betrayers, a gift from beyond the grave. Long have I waited to repay this debt. a mere taste of the Doxos revenge. And as you all stand over the body of Loxy Boar, that's where we're going to end this episode of Ionized Bastards.
Damn.
Oh my god!
Man, we
It
lost.
ends with a riddle.
We just lost a day one character, guys.